Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment capital of the world. And we're here at the Paris Hotel and Casino for the DraftKings Halloween Candy Bowl 2020. Some of the greatest eaters in all the world gathered here in Las Vegas for this event. $10,000 on the line, and it brought out the likes of Matt Stoney, one-time Nathan's champ and a big favorite. Miki Sudo, the only female competitor in the game tonight, at least. She said she misses the circuit, happy to be here. And of course, she'll be facing the #1 ranked male in all the world, and that is Joey Chestnut. The candy, of course, is the most important thing tonight. The favorite candies, all of our favorites from our childhood and today. 1 pound of these candy Halloween classics per bowl. Hello and welcome to the Halloween Candy Bowl, presented by DraftKings. Rich Shea alongside George Shea, and the stage is set for 6 competitive eaters to tackle 6 pounds of Halloween candy. They only have 6 minutes to do it. You know, George, when we're in Las Vegas, I feel like we kind of started the league here. You know, you think of the Nathan's Famous contest at New York, New York. You think of the great buffet, the Battle of the Buffets that was on Travel Channel years ago with Carlene Lefevre, Rich Lefevre, Carrie DeGrossa, and of course Cookie Jarvis. That was 2003. That's 18 years ago. How do you see the sport has evolved over that time?
It has evolved dramatically, and Rich Lefevre's career spanned most of that evolution. He's not active anymore. What's happened is, however, the eaters have become much more athletic, much more competitive, almost like X Games kind of athletes, and really the numbers have gone up sky high relative to them.
Another great bit in our evolution is that we're here with DraftKings tonight, the leader in digital sports, entertainment, and gaming, and I'm very excited to have them here. You should download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now and join the free-to-play. $10,000 on the line. You don't have to pay a cent. We can't do it, but you ought to do it. So download the DraftKings app and join in tonight. Now, candy, George. The format tonight is 6 minutes, right?
Yep.
And we have 6 great candies. Talk a little bit about what the short time period means, and also we'll go into some of the candies themselves.
Well, look, it's a 6 minutes means it's very short, very fast, but it's apropos of candy, because when you're out getting candy on Halloween, you want to get as much as you can, as quickly as you can, eat it as quickly as you can before your mom stops you. Mom is not here today. We're going to see a lot of candy going down. We're going to start with candy corn, right? The Native Americans called it candy maize.
Rightfully
and
so.
It's very waxy, but it's small units, so I expect that will go very quickly.
And we finish up with the great peanut butter cup. What kind of challenge does that pose at the end of 5 other pounds of candies, assuming they get there?
Assuming they get there, because I'm not sure they will. But Nick Wary, I was talking with him earlier, and he said one of the great problems is that when you're eating candy, your natural inclination is to slow down and to enjoy it, to chew, to get the flavor. You can't do that. You have to swallow.
Nick Wary, one of the top-ranked eaters of all of the competitive eaters. We got 6 top-ranked eaters here. Of course, Joey Chestnut, #1. Who do you think? We got Jeff Esper, #2. Didn't compete in Coney Island this year at Nathan's Famous. Was very active in 2019 and really did well. How do you like his chances?
I like his chances very, very much. And I have to say this: Joey Chestnut, world champion, wins all the big ones. This is 6 minutes. His sweet spot is when it goes 10 minutes, goes longer. He can keep going when others have to slow down. That has been taken away here. It's wide open.
Talk about Nick Wary a little bit.
I like him here today partially because his focus is so great. And I was talking with him earlier, as I mentioned, and I said, Halloween candy. He said, no, George, Halloween food. And I thought that showed a disposition.
Well, it's his affection for the candy. He believes it should be the main course. It certainly is tonight. Well, we have right behind us, I don't know if we can see it, but we have an amazing trophy that we'll unveil a little later. You know, DraftKings has the free-to-play that we discussed. And Johnny Avello, the great Johnny Avello, who you and I have known for years, head of sportsbook at DraftKings, put some odds on this thing. Joey going out at -110. Mickey and Matt all the way down at +1,500 for Mickey, +1,400 for Matt. I wouldn't count them out.
I wouldn't count anybody out tonight, and I think the odds on Joey might be tough to work.
I'm sorry?
I think it's much more evenly matched in a way because of that short time frame.
Well, no time like the present to download that app. As I said, we're going to give you some time to do it, and we're going to step aside for a second. We'll be right back.
The average NFL play only lasts about 4 seconds. But when you compete in our daily fantasy contest for free for over $1 million this week, it sure doesn't feel that way. With that kind of money up for grabs, time has a way of slowing down. Deep passes feel like a lifetime. That last-ditch goal line reach, an eternity. Feel it for yourself when you play for free. Download the DraftKings Daily Fantasy app, sign up with the promo code, craft a lineup, and make it rain.
It's election time in the land of the free, and DraftKings is backing an issue everyone can support: free cash. That's right, America. DraftKings is offering a free-to-play pool with $100,000 in prizes riding on the outcome of the presidential election. Just download the app and use promo code ELECTION, then make predictions like who will win the election, who will win Florida, and who will win Arizona. Download the DraftKings app today, use promo code ELECTION, and play free for $100,000 and make it rain.
Just so back. Okay. I got it. You tell me. It's Halloween, and we're in Las Vegas with DraftKings, broadcasting from the Paris Hotel Bonsoir. And, of course, across the street, it's the Bellagio Hotel, Buonasera. And now, to a man who indeed is fluent in 7 languages, let's send this over to George Shea.
It is go time. It is go time. It is go, no go, lock and load, love him and leave him, smoke him if you got him, see you want to see you, see you on the other side. Time. It's time to meet the eaters for the DraftKings Halloween Candy Bowl. He is a bodybuilder and a fitness coach by trade, but an eater by disposition. He hails from Torrington, Connecticut, and he is ranked number 6 in the world by Major League Eating. He comes here with one goal, and that is victory. My friends, Nick Wary! Torrington, Connecticut, ranked number 6. In her, nature has fashioned a warrior, red in tooth and claw, and her soul shines like magnesium set afire against the dark mountain of night. 104 hard-boiled eggs, ranked number 5 in the world. She's the number 1 ranked eater in the world of all females. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Mickey Sudo. Welcome. There are 10 commandments, 9 lives, 8 ways to Sunday, 7 seas, 6 senses, 5 fingers, 4 corners, 3 musketeers, and 2 sides to every story. But there is only one man who has ever beaten Joey Chestnut in Coney Island on July 4. Also, he hails from San Jose, as Joey does. 10 pounds of spaghetti, 14 pounds of birthday cake, 13 million followers on YouTube, the great megatoad, Matt Stoney. Welcome to Matt. On the day he was born, he ate 42 baby food bottles of mashed banana and a chimichanga. From there, his career has gone nowhere but up. He is now ranked number 3 in the world. And he comes here also for victory. The cheese curd eating champion of the world, the great Darren Breedon. Discipline is the word that defines this man, and you can see it in the numbers. 50 pork roll sandwiches, 83 slices of pizza, 225 Hostess donuts. Ladies and gentlemen, from Oxford, Massachusetts, Jeffrey Espa. Ranked number 2 in the world. Education is the first and final pillar of our civilization, and we salute Jeffrey Esper, a teacher doing the work for all of us. In a world of nothing, of barren hills and cracked earth and once proud oceans drained to sand, there will still be a monument to our existence. bleached by the sun, perhaps, and blunted by time, but everlasting. For this man represents all that is eternal in the human spirit. The courage to go on when all others fail or turn away. He will fight on and he will never submit until the molecules within us unravel to chaos, until time itself grows weary, until the very dome of heaven collapses and the black avalanche of night pours down around us. He will fight on. He is the champion of the world, and the rock on which he stands is not a rock. It is the United States of America. Joey Chestnut!
6 minutes of competition. The 6 greatest eaters in the world, 6 minutes of competition. 6 pounds of candy. 666 on Halloween night on the Vegas Strip. We'll be right back.
The average NFL play only lasts about 4 seconds. But when you compete in our daily fantasy contest for free for over $1 million this week, it sure doesn't feel that way. With that kind of money up for grabs, time has a way of slowing down. Deep passes feel like a lifetime. That last-ditch goal line reach, an eternity. Feel it for yourself when you play for free. Download the DraftKings Daily Fantasy app, sign up with the promo code, craft a lineup, and make it rain.
It's election time in the land of the free, and DraftKings is backing an issue everyone can support: free cash. That's right, America. DraftKings is offering a free-to-play pool with $100,000 in prizes riding on the outcome of the presidential election. Just download the app and use promo code ELECTION, then make predictions like who will win the election, who will win Florida, and who will win Arizona. Download the DraftKings app today, use promo code ELECTION, and play free for $100,000 and make it rain.
Welcome back and happy Halloween, folks. It's time for the competition. Let's take one more look at these odds from DraftKings. Joey going out -110. Jeff plus 160. Darren plus 600. Nick's plus 700. And then you got Matt Stoney and Mickey down there plus 1,400 and plus 1,500. This is going to be an exciting night. $5,000 on the line for the eaters. It is $10,000 in the DraftKings free-to-play. Hope you hopped in there, download the app. I am going to give it down to George Shea to start this thing.
Ladies and gentlemen of the world, it is time for the DraftKings Halloween Candy Bowl. Count it down with me from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Underway. Now remember, they have to go through these stations, if you will, each bowl representing 1 pound of candy, and they start with the candy corn. Maybe get that out of the way first. Joey Chestnut trying to, you have to take the corn to your mouth. You can't pull the bowl to your mouth. Matt Stoney, a sweets lover.
Richard, Matt Stoney is using the spoon that God gave him, and he is just pushing the candy corn down now. He just had one stuck on a molar. Finger goes in, he pushes it off the molar, and on he goes. Joey Chestnut right now is flagging a little bit behind Matt Stoney right now on the candy corn.
Well, I always thought coming into this is 16 ounces of candy corn. Not to get all technical or Booger McFarland on you, but that's the equivalent of 1 pound of candy corn, George. And I always thought this was going to be the toughest, among the toughest categories in these 6 disciplines.
I actually differ with you there, Richard. I think they're going to move through this relatively quickly. But right now, Matt Stoney is in the lead on the candy corn. He likes it. He's had a good method from the very beginning. And now he's into the Kit Kats, Richard, into the Kit Kats.
Moving on to stage 2, the Kit Kats. Has to go back to the bowl. Had to finish up a little liquid in his bowl. A few candy corns. Okay, now he's into the Kit Kats, George. Detritus would count against them. These guys are the best of the best, so they know to clean up their area. Joey Chestnut now moving on to his second bowl.
Joey onto the Kit Kat.
Darren Breeden finishing up his first bowl.
Darren gets a little soupy there. Some of the water got in. But right now, it is now neck and neck between Joey and Matt. Our arch rivals, Richard. We remember when Matt Stoney took Joey's crown years ago, and that was a devastating blow to Joey. He came back strong. We'll see what happens here today.
You know, George, people like to disparage candy, but sugar has proven to benefit brain health. Chocolate, of course, is loaded with antioxidants and can help aid blood flow. And nougat, with all those nuts, it's a great source of vitamins and energy. I think this is a terrific start to Thanksgiving night here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, you know, candy and especially Kit Kat's a great source of calories and sodium. Now, I'm looking now, and Nick Werry, whom I expected to come out a little bit more quickly, just now finishing the candy corn. Jeffrey Esper, don't mark him out, Richard. He actually is dead even with Joey Chestnut on the Kit Kats.
I don't have a scale on that, but I'd put him a little bit ahead. Matt Stoney having a night.
Matt Stoney. Now, he came out, he was way ahead on the candy corn. Then he got a stumble trying to get up the detritus. Look at him shake, Richard. When he shakes, that means he knows he's there. And the M&Ms are going down quickly.
Into the M&Ms. Mickey now about halfway through her second pound.
You okay, Joey?
Mickey told me candy on the beach, there's nothing better. I didn't know what she meant. She said she likes candy when he's wrapped in a sweater. I just let it go because it seemed odd. And then I realized she's probably talking about Nick Werry, who she likes to call Candy. Perhaps that's an affectionate sobriquet.
It would fit, Richard. He's got the lollipop delts. He's very, very fit. Richard, I want to call your attention. Joey Chestnut had a pause, a devastating pause moments ago, and I'm not sure why, but he took time almost to recompose himself. Right now, he's still struggling through the Kit Kats. We are well past halfway. I thought we wouldn't get through all 6 bowls. We may not get through 3. The only one who seems to be really taking to this candy is Matt Stoney, the Megatoad, and he is just cruising through it.
Matt Stoney really in the zone. It would be a heck of an accomplishment for Matt to come back here and take down these eaters, many of whom are ranked above him.
I don't know what it is, Richard. I have to tell you, every single person is struggling except for Matt Stoney, and now you have Jeffrey Esper well ahead also of Joey now. He's just spooning those M&Ms in, and they're sort of dribbling down.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you, George, you talk about the time and how tough this is. Of course, these are the best eaters in the world. These are professionals. Do not try this at home. This is not for home play at all. These are the professional eaters, and we have paramedics and EMTs on hand, of course, and everyone also, George, 6 feet apart. And I wonder if the sun, it just snuck behind that building and did, well, not sneak behind it, snuck out from behind that building, and I wonder if that's impacting the game a bit.
I'm not sure it is, Richard. I will say this. Mickey ahead of Joey. Joey just now finishing up the Kit Kats. Joey off the rails here today. It's just not feeling it. Right now, it is Matt Stoney is killing it.
Jeffrey Esper, George. The story is also becoming Jeffrey Esper. About to finish his M&Ms. So Matt Stoney.
Approaching 1 minute.
Stoney is ahead.
Tell me when it's won.
M&Ms are now complete. Esper's moved on to his 4th bowl.
Now Joey now finally getting, we're approaching 1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute now. 1 minute now. Joey's finally in sync here, but he's got so much work to do. Matt Stoney is cruising to a victory, Richard. I've never seen him look this good since the stage in 4th of July when he beat Joey Chestnut. And that's what it looks like he's going to do right now.
Amazing, George. If you're watching, then like myself, you are a friend of science and its intersection with sports. And what we are witnessing here at the intersection of Las Vegas Boulevard and East Flamingo Row, well, folks, it's history we're witnessing.
We are down to the wire now, Rich. 30 seconds. Matt Stoney on his way through, looking to try to get into that 5th bowl. I don't think he can. Joey Chestnut still on M&Ms. Jeffrey Esper, 20 seconds now.
It looks like it's Matt Stoney's to lose. Of course, there is wagering in the free-to-play. We will get official results later. Mickey, 3 M&Ms. She's got it. Mickey may take 3rd.
5 seconds now. And put down your candy. Oh, my glory.
That was simply amazing. And I would have thought they'd get through 6 bowls. It shows you just how challenging that candy is, George.
Well, listen, Richard, Joey, as I said, just dead stop. And then apparently the insulin kicked in and he started pushing forward again. But not enough time to really finish that out.
Of course, Sam Barkley from Major League Eating will be in charge of the counts.
I'm going to ask you to just pick those up and just put them in a bowl. And could you pick those 2 up and just put it in a bowl? Darren, there are 3 M&Ms down there.
Unbelievable. You could see Joey sort of struggle out of the gate there.
Put them in a bowl.
having trouble with the fluids. He said he wasn't even going to drink waters last night.
One M&M.
When I talked to him, I suggested maybe warm coffee or tea, and he said it's too fast a contest to really bother with water, but then he went in with the water, and it seemed to hang him up a little bit early on. We are going to step aside for a second as we tally these results. The 2020 DraftKings Halloween Bowl will continue in just a second.
You feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
The average NFL play only lasts about 4 seconds. But when you compete in our daily fantasy contest for free for over $1 million this week, it sure doesn't feel that way. With that kind of money up for grabs, time has a way of slowing down. Deep passes feel like a lifetime. That last-ditch goal line reach, an eternity. Feel it for yourself when you play for free. Download the DraftKings Daily Fantasy app, sign up with the promo code, craft a lineup, and make it rain.
It's election time in the land of the free, and DraftKings is backing an issue everyone can support: free cash. That's right, America. DraftKings is offering a free-to-play pool with $100,000 in prizes riding on the outcome of the presidential election. Just download the app and use promo code ELECTION, then make predictions like who will win the election, who will win Florida, and who will win Arizona. Download the DraftKings app today, use promo code ELECTION, and play free for $100,000 and make it rain.
Back here at Beer Park at the Paris Hotel, and this is the hardware. This is the 5-foot giant DraftKings 2020 Halloween Candy Bowl trophy, and this is going to the winner. And I'm going to hand this off to George, who will give us the results.
Rich, I'll take that. Thank you so much. It's a gorgeous trophy. Right now, we've got Sam Barclay going through the results, and this is the unenviable task of the officials of Major League Eating to actually go through the bowl and the detritus. Richard, very interesting competition. Joey Chestnut, from the start, was not in pace. Matt Stoney, from the start, was ahead, and then Joey sort of slowed in the middle, then came back strong in the end, but clearly not enough time to make up lost ground.
It was an amazing contest, and it's an interesting year, right? We haven't been on the circuit much, so it was really anyone's game, I guess, coming into this thing. And it really came down to that candy corn, I think, out of the gate, and figuring out a rhythm with the candy corn and the fluids, which you want. And when you know, in other sport, other eating disciplines, of course, they really rely on the fluids so much. And I think it was trying to find that dance, that balance between the two.
Yeah, do you know, it's interesting. When I saw them eating the M&Ms, the hard casing, that hard M&M casing, allowed them to move through them much more efficiently. The candy corn was waxy, as we thought, and did slow them down. And as I mentioned, Matt had to loosen a kernel of candy corn from his molar to continue on, and then Matt was slowed down because of the speed he was competing at. Actually caused a lot of detritus to fall on the ground. He had to slow down, pick that up, and that allowed Joey to almost catch up, but then Matt just took off again. It was a rocket. Yeah,
it'll bother him when he sees the tape of him having to lose those precious seconds going back to the candy corn, which is something a lot of people don't like, right? I love it, actually. I think it's one of the greatest. Reminds me of my grandma, personally. But it was really exciting, and we got the results, I think, pretty close here.
Okay, I'm going to ask Sam Barclay of Major League Eating to come on in. Matt, why don't you, Matt, come in with me too.
It is $5,000 on the line, of course, for the eaters, and the beautiful, resplendent, I think that's a PMS 1585, but I don't have my Pantone color wheel, but that is an amazing trophy, and something I wouldn't mind having on my mantle. Of course, these are the results coming through. We will go through once again to make sure they're completely accurate. Weigh if we have to. For instance, if there were just a portion of a candy bar, we would have to weigh that to know exactly how much was eaten, so that the final results,
ladies and gentlemen,
are posted are completely accurate. And here we are. Let's go over to George.
Folks, as you saw, we had, well, you could call it an unexpected result, but clearly from the start, there were some, it wasn't Joey in the lead, it was the others. Now, in second place with 3 points,
3 pounds, 11.42 ounces.
3 pounds, 11.24 ounces. Jeffrey Esper in second, the number 2 ranked eater in the world. 4 pounds, 1.92. And in first place with a new world record, the Megatoad, Matthew Stoney, 4 pounds, 1.92. Matt Stoney, and he was in rhythm the entire way, shaking. It was like Elvis. Let me ask you a question. You just were in sync from the start. How did you feel? What was it about the candy?
I got in a rhythm. I was just, my jaw was working with me today. I was just relentless, just chewing and swallowing, and no, I was excited. This is like my first contest of the year, so I came in hungry, and it paid off.
It paid off, really incredible. Now, you seem to have no difficulty with the candy. Was there one item that was more difficult to eat than the other, slower?
I mean, the candy corn was hard. I think everybody struggled with the candy corn. Fortunately, like I said, I kind of got a rhythm at the start. But then the Milky Ways were tough too. Those were
yeah.
The caramel and stuff was hard to chew through.
Yeah, brick wall when you hit that caramel. And really, our congratulations to all of the eaters, Richard. An incredible performance for Matt Stoney. Great victory here today.
George, it was fantastic. Congratulations to Matt. We are going to go to a quick break and come back with the results of the 2020 DraftKings Halloween Candy Bowl.
Great job.
The average NFL play only lasts about 4 seconds. But when you compete in our daily fantasy contest for free for over $1 million this week, it sure doesn't feel that way. With that kind of money up for grabs, time has a way of slowing down. Deep passes feel like a lifetime. That last-ditch goal line reach, an eternity. Feel it for yourself when you play for free. Download the DraftKings Daily Fantasy app, sign up with the promo code, craft a lineup, and make it rain.
It's election time in the land of the free, and DraftKings is backing an issue everyone can support: free cash. That's right, America. DraftKings is offering a free-to-play pool with $100,000 in prizes riding on the outcome of the presidential election. Just download the app and use promo code ELECTION, then make predictions like who will win the election, who will win Florida, and who will win Arizona. Download the DraftKings app today, use promo code ELECTION, and play free for $100,000 and make it rain.
We are back at Beer Park at the Paris Hotel on the Strip in Las Vegas, Nevada, with the final tallies here. And of course, Joey Chestnut, 2 pounds, 15 ounces, and Jeff Esper, 311.42 ounces. The final stats are up. Darren Breeden, 3 pounds, 2.284 ounces. Mickey Sudo with an impressive 3 pounds, 6.281, and Nick Wary, a.k.a. Candy, apparently that's what Mickey calls him, is 4.568. And of course, Matt Stoney, the winner, with 4 pounds, 1.192 ounces of Halloween candy in 6 minutes. It was a heck of a good time here on the Strip in Las Vegas, Nevada, for the DraftKings 2020 Halloween Candy Bowl. For Major League Eating and DraftKings and George Shea, I'm Richard Shea, saying have a fantastic Halloween night.